you just recently moved here about 6 months ago, and now you're on stage, and you're the lead actor of this play.
Yeah, yeah. I did. I'm new to LA. You know, this is all new to me. Driving in LA is interesting, but I'm getting used to it. The weather's great here. It's been a fast transition because I'd never been to LA before, and you know, a New York guy. But yeah, since I moved, things are kind of falling into place, and now I'm doing this wonderful project, and it's been great. Everyone's been really warm and welcoming, and I like it. LA's been good to me.
Well, you got a fast transition. You were actually started off in film and short films and all that, and now you're actually doing theater.
Yeah.
How did that come to happen?
Well, I actually was looking for an acting class, to be honest with you, and I was auditing some classes, and I didn't really find anything I liked. And then I was like, you know what, let me join a theater company, because someone told me there's a lot of good theater in LA. And I got linked up with these guys, Theater Unleashed, and they've been wonderful. And then they, at one point, they were like, "Hey, we've got a play. Would you like to audition?" I actually didn't audition, which is interesting. Right. They needed to fill the role quickly, and I was like, "Yeah, you know what? I don't really have much going on right now at this point in time. Let me jump on board." And we got into it, and it's been wonderful.
Right. We heard Scott, the director, said something about that we needed somebody right away, and for some reason, he says when you open that door, there goes that rock star.
I guess it worked out. I had nothing going on for that, you know, this block of a couple months. It's getting busy. It's gotten busier recently, but yeah, I'm really glad I jumped on board. It's been a wonderful cast, wonderful crew. It's been a great experience.
Well, tell us a little bit about your character. What's your character?
Cody Brown is my character. He's pretty much John Mayer, maybe John Mayer's first year of fame, and maybe a year preceding that. You know, he's new to the fame. He's still with his old girlfriend. You know, so he's still getting used to the cameras and the microphones. And you see him transition into like this guy who has more money, has more freedom, has the attention from different women, and he's confronted with that, and how he handles it is what you pretty much watch on stage, the attention and the fame.
So how did it feel to come in that they already had the cast in place, and then you're kind of like the newbie here? How did the cast members embrace you?
They were really nice. Well, I'm a nice guy. You know, I'm not that guy who comes in and is like, hey, what's going on? You know, what are you guys doing here? No, they embraced me. We started rehearsing. There was a lot of chemistry within the cast. They were all loving and wonderful. They're great people, and they were very, very welcoming.
You got a thing for lemons or what?
I quit smoking.
Straight in.
All right, I'm trying this. Just a substitute. I don't do much theater, to be honest with you, so it's always been in the back of my mind, can I get on stage? Can I do this? And people have been loving the show, so I'm kind of falling in love with theater. I don't know if it's going to be the future of my career, because I do see myself doing more film and TV, and I have done more film and TV, but hey, it's stage, it's the real deal. It's where the true actors are, in my opinion. I mean, you know, there's no cuts when you're up here. You know, it's not you can do 30 seconds of a scene and say cut and say, okay, well, let's do it again. You got one shot, and you got to stay in character for 2 hours. So I love it. I do have to say that I do enjoy it.
But didn't you have a love before when you were actually going to be a medical doctor, or are you a biochemist, or what's?
My Filipino mother, is a nurse, just like all Filipino mothers. And my father is a physician. He's an MD. So I was brought up to be a doctor. I was actually in school a few years ago to be a dentist. I was in graduate school studying to be a dentist. And one day I was in school and I was like, I don't like what I'm doing. And I went home and told my parents, and they were a little shocked at first, but then I told them I'm going to move to New York and try to act. And I haven't looked back. It's been really good.
Now, for being part Filipino, especially knowing you don't really see a lot of Filipinos in the industry. Yeah. Was that a little bit scary for you, thinking, oh, I'm breaking the, or did you feel like you're breaking the mold and you want to, but you're going, or are you going with your gut of what you feel like you want to do?
This is what I was born to do, and I'll be doing this for the rest of my life. But it's funny you say that. A girl by the name of Jess Dale Merced, who you guys actually know, Stanley's actually one of the reasons why we connected. She cast me in a film called Hypebeast, which she's very culturally aware, racially aware, very film oriented, is always trying to promote minorities, and she's the one who kind of opened my eyes to the whole idea that there aren't many films in this business. And it wasn't until I met her that I realized that. You know what I mean? When you're doing it, you're just doing it. You're not really thinking about your own identity. And she kind of brought that to my attention. It made me aware. And now when I go in for projects, I realize I'm representing the film community, and that is cool. I take pride in that, you know, because we need more. You know, Lou Diamond Phillips is great, but we need another one. We need La Bamba too, man. Yeah. Where is that?
Maybe you could play Oscar De La Hoya's.
Yeah. I mean, I've been getting cast as Latino and Asian American characters, so I've always get cast as the minority, which is cool, which is great.
How has that been a hindrance for you coming to LA, or because you have that, I guess, the new age look of you're not really sure what your ethnicity is or whatnot?
A lot of people don't know really what I am. I guess when people look at me, they think you know, I'm half Italian. They say you're Italian, you're Spanish, you're Filipino American. It's worked to my advantage, to be honest with you, in the business, because there's a niche for that, because there aren't many Philams in the business. There aren't many Latino Americans in the business. So because of that, I can kind of fill that void. So I do get into more rooms. But still, there's no big blockbusters with an all Asian cast.
Right.